Hey, Steve DiNino here, coming to you from the Westin Savannah Harbor, where I've now joined Andrew Rice. Very excited about that. I'm hoping to help a lot of golfers down here in the Savannah area. I wanted to come to you and talk to you about how to get the club face to square up when trying to shallow the golf club. A number of my students, in an effort to try and shallow the club out, they do a very good job of shallowing the club out, but the club face remains open. So even though the club is maybe traveling more in to out, the ball is still either going to the right or actually fading slightly to the right. So the goal or the objective is to try and, as you're shallowing the club out, we're also going to rotate the face so that the club is square. This allows us to then rotate the body and hit nice draws or even fairly straight depending on what you're looking for. So the drill or the idea that I have in mind is this. If I think of what a good impact position would look like, here's what I would think it would look like. When I come into impact, I want the left wrist or the lead wrist for me to be slightly bowed or slightly bent forward, the right wrist to be slightly cupped, and the right elbow to be slightly bent as the body has opened up. Okay, so if we think about what that wrist position looks like, we're getting a little bit of that look, okay? As you take it to the top of your backswing, in an effort to shallow it out, I want you to try and get the wrist to end up in that position. So at this point, you'll see that the left wrist is bowed, the right wrist is cupped, so the face is under control. And because I made that wrist movement, the club is now shallow but square, so I can hit it a little bit straighter from that position. So here's what I would like you to try and do. There's 3 steps to this. The first step is, I want you to get to the top of your swing, and at that point, look at the club, shallow the club out, pause about maybe about a foot down, look at the ball, turn and hit the shot. What you'll notice is that the club is going to be shallow, the club face will be square, so you'll hit that fairly straight. The next step is I want you to then make a swing where there's a non-stop motion but very slow. So it would look something like this. Go to the top, non-stop, work into that position with the wrists. So again, you're trying to make those wrists look as similar to what impact would be. So nice and slow motion here. You don't want to hit this very far, maybe 100 yards or so with whatever club you have, 7, 8 iron. Just a nice little smooth swing where you can get a sense of what that's doing. The next step would be about 3/4, so a little bit faster, obviously increasing some speed, and then the last one would be obviously full out, trying to get the same wrist position to happen. So let's give that full swing a go. All right, again, I'm going to try and get to the top and really feel like those wrists are starting to work into what impact would feel like. So if you struggle with trying to get the club to shallow out, but at the same time you're hitting fades or slices, give a sense of, okay, I want the wrist to work a little bit down when I'm trying to shallow it out. That way you hit it a little bit straighter, a little bit more on line. If this drill is something that you need help with, please share it with others that might need the same help, and I will see you soon.